Hey guys, CyberPhoenix 1399. This is CyberPhoenix. Sorry, sort of busy taking care of the sting I got in the last video. Sorry for the wind. It's a very windy day. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about some stuff today. So one thing is there was this one subscriber that was flirting down in the comments. I'm pretty sure quite a bit of you guys know this. If you really want to talk about that stuff, be serious about dating. I am a single person. I do eventually plan on getting a family. But take a little bit of this stuff a little more seriously. I don't mind the whole fun parts and all that. Be more careful with the if you guys are going to make CyberPhoenix channel, CyberPhoenix accounts, do not try to use my numbers. Or my icon. Like I said in previous videos, my icon is copyrighted. So that's how it is. You literally have to ask my permission for that, for you to use that. So fair warning again, be more careful, because there's another CyberPhoenix now, CyberPhoenix 1399.1. Again, welcome to the channel. Another thing I wanted to talk about is Hurricane Laura. I just got through watching another YouTuber, the guy who got me interested in drag racing. Watching Time Out, seeing all that damage down in Louisiana really gets my my heart, because knowing that people could have died, probably did die. Hopefully we could help those people get their homes back. I'm sorry, natural disasters like that is not necessarily a good thing. Sad that the natural disasters like that did cost people their homes, lives, relatives. And all that, so that's sad. Ian, if those are the XLs, they're mine.
I don't know which ones these are.
The ones on the dash were mine. Thanks. That was another subscriber. No, I don't. You guys want to talk to me in person, go ahead. I'm up for meeting you guys. Mower's still out. That's going to be about $100 to take to the shop, but don't worry about the mower. We'll take care of that. That's next month's goal. We'll get that done next month. Oh, thank you for letting me know about, one of my subscribers let me know about a truck somewhere in Illinois. Thank you. Wish I had the $6,000, but assistance is loved. I do go on Facebook Marketplace in local areas. There's a few trucks in Terre Haute. There is I think a couple in Danville. But my mother, being my mother, she's so stubborn. She's the one who, she is, staying with my mental illnesses and all, she moderates my money, helps me out with that because I really don't understand financials. But hopefully I could get it where YouTube is a supplementary income, where I could bring in like $1,000 at a time. That's hopefully what YouTube will be. So that's hopefully what that is. Yeah, that was the neighbor. Ian, can you take this inside and put it on Mom's filing cabinet? Her insurance company. Yeah. That was a subscriber that said loved your vids. He's also my neighbor. That's another one of my neighbors. I do live in a supportive area, so I love it out here. We gotta fix the well, so we're dropping a few $1,000s into that. So it'll be a while before I get my truck to the channel, but we can only see with time. Now, that's the truth about everything. It'll happen in time. I'll get my truck in the channel eventually. I'll get my cars in the channel eventually. I'll get drag racing on the channel eventually. It's not going to happen right off the bat because I don't have a big income. I'm currently still living off of Social Security, $700 a month. Most of that goes towards paying for this house, paying bills. Basically, we divide up all of our money so we could have a place to live. My mother, the property I was talking about in the last video, we finally finalized the paperwork on that. We finally got it. So, that's good. So, yay. With the Paris house, we're not sure what we're going to do with that yet. It is a total repair or tear down building. It's up to me and my father to determine what we're going to do with it. We're probably going to sell it, but that's for me and my father to talk about. We already determined we're staying here because it helps my father with his mentality. He is also mentally ill. He has a dual identity disorder or dissociative identity disorder, which is multiple personalities. So if this place helps him out with his mentality and him not switching, then that's a plus. That's a good. So yeah. But I'm sorry to upload yesterday because busy taking care of pups. My foot was swollen. Whatever stung me, I had an allergic reaction to. I didn't go to the hospital. I just soaked in peroxide, and my foot is actually losing its. My foot's actually getting better just by soaking in peroxide. Well, it's a mixture of peroxide and water. But it's helped my foot out. So that wasn't good. That was not fun to step on something and get an allergic reaction like right off the bat. Do eventually plan on getting a tripod for this phone. Person that lives down the street, waved at them. For every person who's a jackass around here, we find two good people. That's a good thing. We got good neighbors. Hopefully when I get my shop up and going, they allow me to use my driveway a little bit more. Because I do plan on fencing it off and then gating it off. The reason I'm going to keep that side, the reason I'm going to put a gate, let me go over here. Because there's limited maneuvering space here. Because I'm putting a fence around the property. I want to eventually make a run for the dogs. So I want to put a fence around the property. But the reason I'm talking about a gate, especially right there, is if I ever need to back up a trailer, it would be better to do a straight shot from the road and use the old driveway and back it up. Because if I have to back up a trailer here, even though it's like a carport, it's not gonna do much. So that's how that is. It's very windy today, especially today. We are starting to move stuff to my mother's house. We're starting to move her stuff, move Grandpa's stuff, and basically whomever is moving out is their stuff is getting moved to the new house. The little brother who I asked him not to use my gloves, the redhead one who I gave the mail to, he's staying out here for as long as he has school. So as far as dating goes, I would prefer dating without moving in right now, because the house is currently, we need to clean the entire house. It's a mess with 8 people inside it. It's going to be a mess. So we have to clean the entire house again. Gotta pick up animal crap because of puppies. They're not potty trained yet because they're only a few weeks old, probably about a month old. I'm not sure. I can't remember when they were born. But we gotta clean the entire house. My room, well, mine, Dad, and Ian's room, which is the brother who I gave the mail to. We currently share one room, and it's in the front side of the house. So grandfathers live over here, or in the back bedroom. Then we got the dining room, the living room, the kitchen, and the pantry. In the pantry, there's access to the crawl space where the well is. So, with all the stuff which we need to get done in this house, we need to clean the porch. We need to clean the garage because of all the stuff, shed, bedrooms, living room, dining room, kitchen. All that needs cleaned up because it's a bit of a clutter and a mess right now. The van we need to take to the shop. I can't work on a driveline. I don't know how to work on a driveline. Any vehicle that needs to be reliable, if I will admit when I need to take them to a shop for professionals to do, my truck, it'll need to be 100% reliable. It'll need to go to a shop if it needs repairs I cannot do. Anything that which I cannot do myself with any vehicle that's supposed to be reliable, I will take that vehicle to a shop. Now, that's a different story when it comes to drag cars. They're not supposed to be reliable. They're a race car. So, anything that has to do, I do plan on getting a Mustang for a drag car. Hopefully I can find a 78 Pontiac Firebird. Even if I have to do a full restoration on it. That's my hope eventually, is getting a 78 Firebird. And that will be a street and drag car because I'll have 2 sets of wheels for it. Do plan on, and when I do get a 78 Firebird, I do plan on getting a set of drag tires, Hoosiers, with bead locks and skinnies in the front, and set of American Muscle street tires. Street rims. So that's my hope eventually. I plan on having them be 5-spoke blacks and silver on the outside. So that's future plans. When it comes to a Mustang that I would be getting, it would be I like the more recent 5.0s, like the 2016, 2017 5.0. I prefer them to be in manual. Sorry. I want to learn manual transmission because I get the whole concept of a manual transmission. I have a feeling I'll be able to shift one. Unfortunately, I don't have the thousands of dollars to pay for a 5.0. I hope I did. Wish I did. If I did, you'll be seeing a Mustang up here that it would be a full-blown drag car. Well, unfortunately, I have to admit where my finances is right now, and I'll probably get an early 2000s Mustang to start. People are gonna probably go like, why you want a Mustang? Why go a Challenger or a Camaro? Believe me, if they weren't more expensive, I would go for them. Believe it or not, I like the Challenger. I like the Camaro. I like the Corvette. I like the Viper. I even like the Mustang. Now people are gonna go like, but you like a Ford, your dream truck is a Ford truck. Well, my dream car is a GM product, a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. I also love Dodge trucks. That's a Dodge. I love that truck. Mine and my dad's money was spent to get that truck. It's my dad's truck, yes. But one of the inheritors of this truck is me. So, unfortunately, we need another truck so this one could get worked on. Like I said, shocks and a hole in the frame. That's the suspension and frame. But that's all stuff that's eventual. Gonna be done, it might not be right away. Depends on whether we have the money for it or not. Depends on if my mom stops putting a stick up her butt. God, there's one of my favorite body styles right there. Over there is a white Ford F-350 crew cab. It looked like a 3/4 bed. I like that too. It's the same body style as the 250 I like. Unfortunately, it's the neighbors. See? So, that's a beautiful white one over there. Oh, if I do get a full-size truck, I will prefer towing mirrors. Because I will be pulling trailers. Now, when I do get my drag cars, well, my drag car, I will be hauling around in a enclosed car trailer. So, that's in the future. Future plans as always. I can't determine non-future plans, but they'll happen eventually if I get the money. If I start getting a paycheck from YouTube, I still don't know how to monetize. I'll probably ask Intelitech how to monetize. So, and yes, Intelitech Studios, he's over in Mattoon. He's one of my friends. He helped me start this channel. He helped me start making videos. Even though he does vacuums right now, he's one of the major reasons this channel has started having videos. Even the very first video. He's like, look, all you need is your phone. So, I tested that one day. It was not this phone. The old phone, which I used to have until my older brother smashed it in anger. Older brother was an LG. I hated that phone. The power button was in the rear and the back of the phone. The volume buttons were back there too. I hate that. Where I would have to literally flip the phone to turn it on or turn it off. That was annoying. I really didn't like that LG. Yes, it was a bigger phone. But one thing it did not have, space. Second thing it did not have, proper button locations for me. Let's be honest, it's video quality. I think paled in comparison to the Samsung. I can't remember. To me, it's probably about the same as the Samsung. This Samsung, A, has more space. B, all the buttons feel proper to me, and everything's where I like them to be. So I am a Samsung type of person. I love Samsung. I had a Samsung at one point, a smaller one, smaller than this, but I had a Samsung, and I enjoyed how much space it had. So, enjoying the amount of space it had, it was fun for me to use. So, if you ask what company of phone I'm gonna go with for any newer phones I'd be purchasing, I have to say Samsung. I have to go with a Samsung. I really don't like iPhones, unfortunately. I've seen iPhones used. I'm not used to the iApps and all that. If you were to give me a iPhone right now, I would not know where to go on it. I'm sorry, but that's my feelings on it. Go with what you're comfortable with. And for me, that's Samsung. For a friend of mine, that's iPhone. Chance, who's Intelitech, if I remember correctly, he uses a Samsung, and he has a Galaxy Note. Can't remember which one he had. Currently, he's been talking about Note 7. This is a Samsung Galaxy J3V, which I'm recording off of, and it does a pretty good job. You guys don't seem to mind the phone, which I record everything off of. I do plan on getting GoPro eventually. Actually, I do plan on getting an actual camera to record off of with a tripod. But I'm going to just purchase a tripod with the phone first. Then work my way up to a camera. Like, I'm currently don't have any vehicle. I'm going to work my way up to get that vehicle. I have to work my way up to get a license right now too, so unfortunately with the DMV right now, that sucks. I don't even have my state ID. Again, I was about to get my state ID, had the money, we had the money saved back. COVID happened. Just like with my medication, I was going to get my medication back. I was going to get a psychiatrist, but COVID happened. We were going to get a lot of things done before this coronavirus took place. I didn't even have a lot of you guys on the channel back then, because all I had for me going was my older videos. It was before I started picking back up my phone again and start recording again. So a lot of things happened before I could get a lot of things done. Like, we didn't even have the rider until after COVID. The rider we've had for a couple months, a few months now, and you guys seem to like that thing, and I love it too. I just gotta get a valve stem replaced on it, and that just involves a tire shop. Oh well, no big deal. I did patch the tire, as you guys seen, but sad to say, as I went to air it up, the valve stem broke. As you guys seen in a previous video of me pushing it back and forth, that's not supposed to happen. And it happened when I was trying to check the PSI, because max PSI I can put in that's 18 pounds. So, I only can put 18 pounds in the pressure, and when you can't get your I was using a digital one. Apparently, the digital one didn't want to work, so I had to, and it broke on the digital one. I found the analog one, but too late. The valve stem was already broken. Of course, I told Mother about it, so that's next month's agenda because of finances right now. But sucks that it happened. It really does. But what can you do? The tire has evidence of dry rot. Let me show you. Right here, that's dry rot. Other tires are showing some evidence of it too. So these tires probably haven't been changed in a while. Yeah, evidence of dry rot again. The nail didn't even go through this one. The nail that was in it was only in the sidewall. This one is doing good. There's evidence of dry rot here too. Even on this one. So these tires haven't been changed in a while. Oh well. They look good. They have tread still, so that's a plus for that. And my views on dating is don't get wrapped up in the sexual stuff right off the bat. Do I care about such a thing? No. In my opinion, a relationship should have more to it over just sex. It should have good chemistry with your partner. You should be able to rely on your spouse or your dating partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. You should be able to go, oh, I can rely on this person. This person will support me. And I'll support them, blah, blah, blah. You gotta be in a working relationship in order to have a good relationship. Literally, a working relationship is a good relationship. And usually it's working relationships which gets people married. Good relationships is what you want. You gotta be to the point where I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with this person. So, that's my viewpoint on relationships, is you gotta sit down and be able to say, I'll be able to spend the rest of my life with so-and-so. Hopefully I do find the person eventually, but that's typically how things go. I like how neighbor Jacob, how he posted a comment, and he was totally right on that comment. I believe he was totally right. If you're just interested in sex, that is not a good relationship. So, thanks for him for commenting. Thanks for being a subscriber. Because I do have problems with mentally doing relationships. I'm glad I have people out there go like, hey, but this person might be this. Especially if you've never met the person in person. If you've not physically seen each other. Believe it or not, before I'll get serious in any relationship, you gotta meet me personally. You gotta meet me in physical life, not over the internet. Yeah, I'll when I first talk to you, I'll talk to you on the internet, but eventually I want to meet this person in real life. I would really want to meet them like at a restaurant, or at my house, or at their house. People are going to go, why would you go to their house? They'll have all the support. They probably are a killer. I didn't say I'll leave unarmed. My belief is always leave with some sort of protection. Whether it's a firearm, whether it's a knife, whether it's a stick. And believe me, a stick is a weapon. Another thing I have to say too is, personally, I'll probably never own a real firearm. I'll probably go as far as BB guns. I'll never get an actual bulleted rifle, because if you don't know what intermittent explosive anger disorder is, I'm sorry, you don't want a real firearm. So, when it comes to anger disorders, I recommend never purchasing an actual rifle, pistol, AR. I don't recommend it. Now, I do believe in our Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms. But look at how it's phrased. It's the right to bear arms. It's not the right to bear guns. It's the right, the way I translate it, it's the right to have a weapon. And there's more than guns as a weapon. There's bows and arrows, there's swords, there's knives, there's bats, there's clubs. You got more than just guns out there. Now, people might confuse this and say I'm anti-gun. I'll say this right now. I'm not anti-gun. Believe it or not, I have favorite guns. I love the AK-47, for example. But I'll never own one, even though I love it. Reason is, I don't want to get angry one of these days, grab that AK-47 and start shooting up people. It's where I gotta sit. Yes, I love the guns. Yes, I love to blah, blah, blah. But I gotta sit down and say, well, what my anger? What my anger disorder? It's scary having a anger disorder. Because you can get angry for no reason and you don't know why, and you end up hurting someone which you don't mean to. I've been there. It's scary. Getting angry for no reason whatsoever. It's, believe it or not, having a gun in that scenario, someone's probably going to get killed. And you're going to get charged with murder. Unfortunately, I gotta look and say, what can I do to prevent it? What can I do to prevent myself from ever doing this? And unfortunately, the solution is for me never to own a gun. Would I love to own a gun? Probably. Will I ever own a gun? I'll probably break my word on that. Probably will own a gun eventually. But the thing is, what a lot of people don't do is lock their guns away. I'll purchase a gun safe. No, not one of these display locked cabinets with a glass window. Because if you have a glass window, couldn't you just take something and shatter it? No, I'll probably purchase a metal one. Metal gun safe. I'll never own a glass gun safe. Well, neighbors are doing something over there, but well, I'm gonna eventually, hopefully, do my house defense weapon. To be honest with you, is a sword. But how are you gonna beat someone with a gun? You don't know me skilled with a sword. You got a gun. You point it at me. I have, believe it or not, you'll never be, hey, at me first. I'd already have my sword in my hand. At the moment I see the gun pointed at me, I would strike the gun. Then I bring my sword to that person's neck. Don't believe how skilled I am? Let me show you with a wooden sword first. Sorry, I've trained with a sword. And unfortunately, it's hard for a person. The reason I say a sword's a better weapon if you have anger disorder, you gotta be skilled with it. I'm sorry, when you're angry and you're swinging a sword, you have no direction. You're just swinging willy-nilly. I'm sorry, to use a sword, you have to have a cool and calm head. So, obviously I'll choose a sword first over a gun, because that's what I'm skilled with. Plus, if I get angry, I'm not gonna be able to hit my target. That's just simply how it is. Swords are good weapons. We've used them for thousands of years. There's a good reason we've used them for thousands of years. To a point where people are trained in sword combat still to this day. Alright, how many years have guns been around? Probably 1,000, maybe. But they're not so much of, they're more volatile of weapon. And they are a more volatile weapon. They have the potential to jam. They have the potential to, if you get a light primer strike on well, blast cap. Literally, there is a limit to what can be done with guns, as opposed to swords. So the only time a sword's not effective is never, unless you're not skilled. Because even a dull sword could cut. And I know personally a dull sword could cut. More dangerous, but if you're a skilled swordsman like me, you can use a dull sword. Believe it or not, you don't need a gun in order to protect yourself. So I do get these problems where I do get a problem when people say you have to have a gun to protect yourself. Be honest with you, honestly, no you don't. You need a weapon to protect yourself. You don't need a gun. You need a weapon. And like I said, if you know how to do it, you could use anything as a weapon, even your fists. I know how to use my fists. I know how to use my feet. I know how to use my teeth. They are good weapons. So is a sword. So is a bow. So is an arrow. Bow and arrow, sword, spear, club, bat. Wonder why a lot of people who live at home use baseball bats. It's a blunt weapon. Even though it's a sports item, it's a blunt weapon. Because what do you think a club was? It's basically what we did is took a club and made a bat. So that's probably going to be it for this video. We are approaching 47 minutes. This is the longest video of this type I've recorded on this phone. This phone holds up good. Like I said, keep in mind whatever I talk about, because some of them might be truth, some of them might be total bullshit. But I do believe when it comes to the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms is not just the right to bear guns. It's also the right to bear weapons in general, not just guns. Alright, that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.